morning. Thanks everybody for coming. For those who don't know me, you're lucky. No, I was gonna say you're lucky, but I'll just kid. I'm Anthony Bartone. I'm the managing partner at Terwilliger and Bartone Properties. We had a really exciting, groundbreaking, contemplated for this project because it's been such a long time coming. Unfortunately, world events had a different view, and so here we are. We'll call this groundbreaking light. But we appreciate everybody coming down this morning. It's actually interesting. I was starting to believe that pajamas was my new business attire forever. So it's kind of nice to have the alarm clock work again. Again, this has been a long time coming. It's the product of a lot of work, and it's a team sport. And I always like to say that because it couldn't be more true. Projects like this don't just happen. It's the culmination of many, many moving parts and a coordinated effort by many, many people. And any one of the rungs on that ladder that's fractured means a day like this doesn't come. And all too often, unfortunately, here on Long Island, many of those rungs are fractured and we don't get to a day like this. So for us here at Terwilliger and Bartone Properties, I like to say we're the varsity team of development. So we have some of our players here today. My partner, Mike Pellerito, my co-managing partner, Fran Terwilliger. Without her, there would be no Terwilliger and Bartone Properties. Our project coordinator, Danielle Romano. We have two of the best supers in the industry, Ken Godberson, and behind me, Nick Weiss, who's down there with the demolition team. Nancy Alamo back in the office. Let me see, did I miss anybody? Make sure I don't get in trouble. Okay. So that's our Terwilliger Bartone team, but again, it's a team sport. It's not just us as the developers. You need cooperation from the village. We have Mayor Alan Beach here. We have Deputy Mayor Mike Hawkshurst. I always trip on your name. Trustee Anne-Marie Reardon. We have Trustee Rob Bacchio. We have the head of the Lynbrook Chamber of Commerce, which we're proud members of, Steve Wangle. Mr. Ledwith here from Village Attorney, or I guess, are you retired from the Village Attorney? Former Village Attorney, yes. Okay, thanks for coming down. John Giordano, Brian Stanton, Chief Palladino. Is Phil here? Phil Healy? Phil's not here, the superintendent of DPW. So you have the cooperation at the village level, and then even beyond that, the county will often say that the local jurisdiction is responsible to govern what happens in their municipality, of course. But it is still that team. So Nassau County plays a huge role in these types of developments. Joining us is the chairman from the Nassau County Industrial Development Agency, Richie Kessel. And I'll just say, if you want to look at the model for what counties and IDAs should be doing, look no further than Nassau County and the work that Richie's done. I always like to say, Richie and I sit on the board of directors for a few boards together, and Richie's always the first one to give kudos to everybody and say, great work and great job, and nobody really ever says it back to him, but under his leadership, the Nassau IDA is doing really great things. Yeah. And without them, we absolutely wouldn't be here either. So it's very much a team sport. I'd like to have a couple people come up and just say a few words to kind of memorialize the celebration of knocking down the Capri Motel. I know that the mayor has campaigned on that, and to actually be here, and I like to say development's a brick and mortar, but here it's anti-brick and mortar. We're going to knock the brick and mortar down, but the mayor campaigned on this, and so to be able to deliver on it is just a huge, huge victory. So I'll first just ask the head of our Chamber of Commerce, Steve Wangle, if he'd like to come up and just say a few words.
Thank you, Anthony. It's been a real pleasure to be a part of this and to take part and have the business community have their input collected for this. It's a great day for Lynbrook, and this is something that's a long time coming, and it's a great marriage because it gets rid of a blight that's been in our community for a lot of years, and many mayors have tried to eliminate it, and for the Bartones, Terwilliger and Bartone to step in and put up something that's great and take down something that's not so great. We're very excited about this. We think it's a perfect development for Lynbrook. We're going to bring in 80 great families. Of course, there'll be increased demand for goods and services, so this is great for our downtown and our Lynbrook businesses. And I just want to say that I'm real happy that it's happening today. This has been a long time coming, lots of setbacks, and I'm just really thrilled that it's all here. And thank you to everybody that made this work.
Again, part of that team, I'd like to just see if Richie'd like to come up from the IDA and just say a couple words. Thanks, Rich.
Hi, Mayor. How you doing? It's great to be here today. I'm representing not just the county's IDA, but also our county executive, Laura Curran. And I was telling Anthony, one of the first things she did when she came into office as county executive and appointed me the head of the IDA was she called me up, and I always kid Anthony about it. She says, "Do you know a guy named Anthony Bartone?" And I said, "Of course we do. I served on a few boards with him. You have to sit with him. He's trying to do a housing project in Lynbrook, and he's having a real tough time. See if you can help him. We want to get something done." And we met early on. I remember the meeting. Fran was there too. We both Merrick people. And that meeting led ultimately to getting this project done. And I think both the county executive and I are thrilled to be supportive of this because we recognize that without the IDA assistance in helping businesses, these things are not going to happen in Nassau County. And now especially with what's going on in our world, we're hoping that we can get some other people and offices to come out here to Nassau County, either as a base or as a satellite office, and people are going to need housing. And this is a perfect place to do it. So I want to commend Fran and Anthony and the whole crew and Mayor, especially, and I'm just thinking, as I was standing here, when I was younger, I used to come to Lynbrook all the time. I actually dated a girl from East Rockaway. We would go to Valencia for a roast beef sandwich, right? No, I used to go there, and then of course I went over to Schaefer's for a jelly donut and a black and white cookie together, which is why I'm a big guy. But Lynbrook is a great place. The mayor has done an extraordinary job, and I wish you all well. We're excited to see this happen, and we're here to help in any way we can. Thank you.
All right, let's get the man up here. Mayor, and again, I can't say enough for how supportive you've been in your administration, so thank you so much. And it's, again, that team sport, otherwise days like this don't come. So, Mayor Allen Beach.
Thank you. I'd like my board to come up with me. Let me start first with Anthony and Fran. If you ever want to develop something, these are the two most honest people you will ever deal with. Exactly what they said is what they're doing. There was no surprises, no backroom deals. Whatever they produce, it's from the heart, and it makes them be so much part of our community. I cannot say enough great things about Terwilliger and Bartone. They are awesome, awesome people. It is so nice, and we really put them through a tough road for the past year and a half. I go back some time with Anthony when he first came to the village board. I think Billy was the mayor at the time. And right from the start, I knew Anthony was a man that I could work with. His integrity is unbelievable. And the projects that they have developed are excellent. And that's what I wanted in our village. The top of the line, where young kids can come into a luxury apartment and get out of those basements that are dangerous, and just, they shouldn't be in a basement. They should be in a nice place. Young married couples can enjoy the gym, beautiful apartment with all the amenities. That's what Lynbrook's about, giving the best. So Anthony, Fran, and Ron too, I know he's not here, I thank you from the bottom of my heart from the board. Now Anthony introduced my board, but I'll go back, that's Anne Marie, so everyone puts a face with the person. Mike Hawkhurst, my deputy mayor, and Rob Baccio. They have supported me through this from the start. They thought it was a great idea from the start, and they never wavered. And let's face it, the Capri is gone. For how many years have we got... I have my chief with me, Paladino, who had his hands filled with the nonsense that went on here. And we often hear how we were making up things. Well, we have documentation to prove that we were not making one thing up. The arrest list, the drugs, the overdoses, that's not what Lynbrook's about. And now it's finally gone. And there's one more person that's very dear to my heart that was really very instrumental in getting rid of the Capri, is our past attorney, Peter Ledwith. Peter was, I would talk to Peter at times, and he said, don't worry, we're going to get rid of it. And, we were dealing with a Mr. Wagner, which I found very difficult. And then Mr. Miller came along from the Capri, which was a very reasonable man. And Peter just kept on reinforcing, don't worry, we'll take care of it. Just tell me what you want to do. And I would say, I want to get rid of the Capri. He goes, okay, we'll get rid of it. And it was that easy. But Peter put a lot of time into it. And once he retired, he continued to stay on the team to follow through with getting the Capri shut down. So, Peter, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. And Steve, what can I say? Thank you so much for the support of the chamber through this whole thing. This has been a rough road, but there's an end, and we're going to start. We're going to start to have something really beautiful in our village. How great it is. It's going to improve this whole neighborhood, going to make it so nice, and we're not going to have strange people walking around. You're going to have homeowners, people that have that live in our village and going to participate. This is a positive thing for this village, and I thank all the village residents that have supported me. Thank you very much. Anthony?
So to culminate this process and kick off the demolition, I'd like to bring up my partner Fran Terwilliger, who's going to give the mayor a gold-plated whistle, which the mayor the mayor's going to use to have us kick off the demolition. So Fran, come on up.
So, are we each going to get a turn on that whistle?
No, just you.
I just want to add one more point, because I do want to echo everything that everybody said, especially and Anthony. We're just so thrilled. I'm a lifelong Long Islander, and I've been in the real estate business for, I won't even say how many years, okay? But a really long time, and I'm just so thrilled that Anthony and I, who's also a lifelong Long Islander, are able to provide some quality housing to Long Island, because we really recognize the need. We love Long Island, not to sound corny, but we really care about what we build and where we build, and that there's a good social purpose to it also, and that we're creating architecture and buildings that really will, as the mayor so articulately said, will, really going to add to the fabric of the village forever and change the whole, change the quality of it. So we're thankful to everybody, and everybody really played such an integral part in making this happen. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And dear Mayor, there's your whistle.
All right,